Hello, welcome. Masha Light Eagle Whispers Healing with my ancestors. I'm going to do the spiritual blockage spread for Alex, and this is a past life reading. So Asha Light Eagle Whispers Healing with my ancestors. I don't know if I said or not. So we are going to go through the relationship spreads, and it says. It says like this: a spiritual blockage is any kind of barrier in your current life that has spiritual root. Something you have done or experienced in a past life is the true reason for your psychologically and behavior. This concept is similar to fears or phobias, but the distinction is that the blockage is the thing in the way. Blockages tend to be greater in capacity than fear or phobia, and are typically energetically stronger. It's much tougher to break a blockage because you have been working through this adversarial energy through several lifetimes. So spread 1 will help you identify at least one blockage. So I'm not going to read spread 2, and let's go to spread 1. And spread 1 says, for this spread you are working to identify what your spiritual blockages may be, and looking for insight that will help you form breakthroughs. Spiritual blockages are deep psychological beliefs or fears that are preventing your spiritual progression. So that's a little bit of what we are going to, I guess, look through here. So let's look. So card 1, what do I need? And for card 1 you have I think it was if I'm not wrong, yeah, Queen of Wands, visible woman, Queen of Wands. And so let's look at Queen of Wands. This is Swords. Okay, so she must be here. So let's see, Knight. So Queen of Wands. the Queen of so this what do you need? Let me see. A sympathetic, you need a sympath, so she stands for sympathetic and an understanding person, friendly, loving, chaste. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly. Practical, charm, and grace. Gracious, hostess, sincere, interest in others. So for me, what you need is someone who can understand you, who can see you for who you are, who can see your creativity, who can see your openness, and who can also bring out your thoughts, because you can be in your thoughts psychological sometimes, and you can be fiery as well. As this is, you know, Queen of Wands, so fire, you're very productive. So you need to be productive. You like to do things. You like to be creative. So so yeah. So let's see. Question number 2. Where is, okay, number 2, what is my spiritual blockage? What is your spiritual blockage? And here you receive Greece, and that is 8 of Pentacles. So let's look at 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles stands for too much focus on the next thing without focus on now. So your blockage is that you put your thoughts into later on instead of seeing what the situation is now, what is happening now around you. And let's look at 8 of Wands as well. That's Swords. Seven, 8. And you receive 17. I think that 17 must be, am I wrong? That's 18. 17 is the Star. Yeah, it stands so that you want to move forward, you want to be creative, you want to build up your dreams, work on your dreams, and so on. So so yeah, that's interesting. So let me just look. Too much yeah, you're focusing too much on what is what will be later, instead of seeing what is going on now around you. So you need to be a little bit more aware of what you're up to, what you're doing. So 3 and 4 are together. So let's see. What past event created this blockage? What past event created this blockage? And you receive oppression, and this is Eight of Swords. So you felt like you were locked, like you couldn't breathe, you felt stuck. Eight of Swords. Won't face your fears. You had difficulties to face your fears, and the next card that you receive with that is 16, the Tower, Europe. Oh, star, not yeah, the star. And let's look at the star. Struggles to believe in the path. You had struggles, you had difficulties to believe in the path, in what would be appropriate, I guess, for you. The star, I said. So let's go back here. How did I pass that by? Okay. So unfulfilled hopes. You were scared of that. You had trouble with hoping. You had trouble with believing that things would work out. Unfulfilled hopes or of opportunity. Bullheadedness. So you bullheaded. Conclusion of an satisfactory businesses, experience, or social friendship. So I believe that you had trouble struggling through how you thought about things, how you saw things. You were scared that things wouldn't work out the way you wanted. There was a fear towards that. You were struggling there. And also you wanted to be successful, and to be in the middle, but at the same time in the center, but at the same time you did it's like you didn't want to be in the center. You were fear being in the center. Swords. So let's see. 7. Okay, I seem to have some problem. So let's see. I was looking. I received a call that I had to remove. Sorry. So 8 of Swords. I was looking for 8 of Swords, and I wanted to see treachery. It stands for treachery in the past, difficulty, hard work, depression, and dispute. Yeah, dispute and accident. So you felt locked in. You had to work very hard to maintain, and life was difficult for you. You struggled through everything. That was a struggle for you. Okay, let me move on a little bit. So you were trying to work things out, you're trying to be observant and all that, but it was difficult for you to reach your goals. And for you, that was important to do. And I think that your thoughts was what was blocking you a lot. So yeah, so let's look at number 4. No, number 3 and 4 I did look. So number 5 and 6 is what current events reinforce this blockage. And this is card number 5 and 6. So what events? And here you have poison, and that's 7 of Cups. So for me, that means that you let's see it. Let's just look at 7 of Cups just before I indulge in fantasy rather than living your life. So you were more in your fantasy, in your hopes, and so on, instead of living in what was the reality. So you were a dreamer. Yeah. And then the next thing that comes together with that is father. And that's the Emperor. Living in fantasy. Wow, and that goes completely towards the Emperor. To demanding. Yeah, you were too demanding. So when you were not living in a fantasy, you were too demanding when it comes to people, and you had fear to become hurt, or that someone would hurt you. So I don't know if you were fearing someone or if you were fearing for your life, because as you receive the poison here, that makes me to think a little bit. You must have been scared of someone, or fearing for your life as this is coming up. So a lot of fears, but this can also mean that you did also poison your mind with thoughts and fantasy, and had trouble seeing the reality. So it can have that meaning too. But what events did occur? Yeah, so for event, I would, take that, poison. And then the Emperor, which talks about that you felt like you were locked in tradition, in it's like living in a box, and you wanted to be a little bit more free. You wanted to have your fantasy, and you couldn't because other people were, maybe making decision things over your head. And if you were a woman at that time as well, it means that this must have been difficult for you because of the fears. So I think that other people, tradition, religion, control, and father figure had a very strong discipline on you, and you couldn't do whatever you wanted. Someone was controlling your life, and that was, difficult. So I think that your family caused, your father in your past life caused this blockage for you. Okay, let's look at so that was 5 and 6. So let's look at number 7. And number 7 is talking about card. No, this is wrong. Okay. What am I not seeing? What are you missing out on? And that's card number 7. And here you receive 16th century, but you're receiving 6 of Wands, so you're not seeing success. But let's look at the blockages, what they will talk. 6 of Wands, and here you receive so here you have tunnel vision on achievement. Tunnel vision on achievement. Wow. Okay, what was the question? What am I not seeing? Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. Wow, that's very hard. Let me just see. Yeah, but it was. Tunnel vision on achievement. So what you're not seeing is how you can achieve things. You are having trouble to count things out, to understand the situation sometimes. And when you are not having a straight path, that might be difficult for you sometimes. And let's look at let's look in here. I want to see. This is cups. I don't want cups. I want so it should be here, right? So it's on here 6, yeah. So let me see here. Indefinite delays, apprehension, disloyalty, superficial benefit, inconclusive gain. So yeah, this is just telling me that you are having difficulties to gather thoughts, to gather how you feel and think about things. That can be sometimes in your way, in a difficult way for you. So not an easy, I guess, situation. So so yeah, so that's what you're not seeing. So you need to plan things. You need to you know, observe, be that observant person that you can be, because you have all the qualities, but you need to give yourself a little bit more time. So that's number 7. Let's look at number 8. And number 8 is saying, how will the spirit world help me? How can or will the spirit world help you? And you receive 20, the Middle East, and that's judgment, right? Yeah. You're receiving judgment. Let's see. Fears God. It says fears God. So for me, this means that you need to put light on a situation, be a little bit more optimistic. Don't live in your fears. Don't live in fantasy. Live in what is now. If you have a belief in God, because not all people do, or if you have some sort of a belief, you need to believe that whatever you're facing, you can manage by your belief, or together with your belief, I guess. So yeah. And let's see if judgment have any, just for fun. That's the world. Yeah, judgment. Number 11 and 2. Yeah, you need to use your wisdom, you know, that you have within yourself. You need to believe in the wisdom that everything is possible, instead of putting a wall in front of you. You need to shed some light on a situation as well. You need to believe, you need to be just to yourself and just to others. And sometimes, you know, depending on if you have strength at 11, so you need to believe that you're strong, that you have overcome a lot of things that are negative, that have been maybe putting you down, pushing you down, and that you have overcome. And you need to see how much you have overcome, and you need to see your own strength as well. And don't be secretive. Don't keep things within, because you're doing that sometimes. You're holding things within. You're thinking one thing, but saying completely something different. So, so yeah, that's interesting. So that was number 7. Let's look at number, or that was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that was number 8. So let's look at number 9. And where is number 9? Here is number 9. And number 9, who or what will help me? And you have number 9, who or what will help you? and you receive Japan, and you receive Ace of Swords. What I think immediately when I see Ace of Swords is you yourself. You need to focus a little bit more, but let's read the Ace of Swords and see what they will say about it. Wands, Swords. Being honest with yourself. Yeah, you need to be honest with yourself. You need to see the new opportunities that you can meet, that you can take into yourself, to build upon as well. And you need to let's see, you need to also Seven of Swords, so I need to go back one page. So let's see. So it means great determination, initiative. So you need to take initiative, strength. You need to believe in your strength. You need to focus. You need to be active. You need to be, powerful, live in your power. This can also sometimes stand for fertility, deep emotional feelings towards love, championship. You can overcome a lot of things. You can be a winner if you want to, and conquest. You can conquest. You can conquer situations if you want to. So you yourself is how I believe can help you. You're the only one who can do that. And then number 10, that will be the last, right? Yeah. Number 10 is how should I reframe my thinking? And wow, what a question. How should you reframe your thinking? And here you receive South America. Oh, wow. And that is the moon. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. The moon. Yeah, 18 is the moon. Can't see your own spirit clearly. So you need to focus on your spirituality a little bit more clearly. Don't do a big deal out of it. Work on it because you can, make it. So you need to remove negative thoughts. It's like you have in your head how things are going to be, and instead of thinking and imagining, having an imagination on how spiritual things might be, you are thinking how it should be instead of going with the flow. So you need to go a little bit with the flow instead of living and fearing and focusing too much, and in that way you yourself are the one who block yourself. So that's spread number 1. Okay, so let me know how you understand this. This wasn't so easy. You didn't receive the most easiest cards as well, but it was interesting to do this. So let me know how you understand this, and don't forget to rate this, where 1 is, low, and and 10 is high points, the highest. So don't forget to rank this, and don't forget to make a small comment to how you feel about this. Okay, it doesn't have to be much. So till next time, blessings.